The scene opens with different shots of a small town, introducing the viewer to some vital locations. In the background, a somber song paired with an intriguing narration instills a sense of mystery and foreboding. We are welcomed to the town of Riverdale, where a suspicious death has occurred, contempt is ample, and a new problem has just arrived. Welcome, viewers, to the first episode of our podcast, Riverdale and Back Again. You are joined by co-host Velvet, which is me, and Rozel over there.
Hi.
If you are watching on YouTube, we do have Rozel to thank for the amazing art and animation in the video. I think he almost lost his mind making it, but it was so worth it. So anyway, Rozel and I are big Riverdale fans, and instead of just rewatching the series again, we thought it would be fun to create a companion podcast to the show where we can explore each episode in depth and share our love of the show with fellow fans or first-time watchers. This show is a wild, non-stop roller coaster, and my advice, if you're just beginning the show, is just go along for the ride. Try to view the show through a more satirical lens, suspend your disbelief, and enjoy the ridiculousness of it. There will be a lot to talk about in this series, and we would love to hear your comments, questions, insights, etc. So please share your thoughts with us in the YouTube comment section. We will have a segment to share and discuss your comments in the future. And if you want access to commercial-free listening, outtakes, and other extra content, you can find us over at Patreon as well. And well, enough business. Let's get to it. All right, so we start the episode with Cheryl and Jason Blossom going for a boat ride on Sweetwater River on July 4th. Hey, that's today.
Goodness.
Yes, we decided to have the first episode, on July 4th, of course, because we're fans, big fans.
It's the least we could do.
Honestly. So later, Dilton Doily found Cheryl at the edge of the river, soaking wet and very distressed.
Very distressed.
And I know we always talk about the way she says,
Yes.
Jason or whatever.
Well, she's huddled in a ball, like in a little ball fetal position.
Yes.
Dilton Doily all the way up on the highest cliff possible, her right next to the river's edge. And then she's like, Jason.
That's right, yeah. Jason.
Jason.
Yeah, whispers. Well, apparently, Cheryl dropped her glove in the water and Jason went to grab it and the boat tipped over and he drowned.
Yes.
So the town swept the river for his body, but it was never found. And as suspicious as all this sounds, I'm sorry, but he died over a glove. He died for a glove.
A singular glove.
A single glove. That was probably just a cotton glove that Cheryl probably has many of.
Yes.
Yeah. But anyway, his death was ruled accidental. And then we get to see that our mystery narrator for the intro is, in fact, our beloved Jughead Jones typing away in a booth at Pop's Diner. Hooray.
While that happens, though, the screen tilts over and you could see a sighting of Dairy Queen.
And you can see a Dairy Queen.
Isn't it right there? Yeah, when it does the zoom in, the little pan shot, I think that's the one where you get to see them, and then you see Dairy Queen in the pilot episode. Yeah,
that's amazing. And didn't Alice have a crazy quote in that opening?
Oh yes. Yeah, while they were standing, because the whole town was standing there at the river.
Yes.
While Cheryl and then her mom and dad were brought in or whatever. Alice was there, hands crossed.
Mm-hmm, of course.
With Hal, her husband. And then she says, if he's dead, Hal, I hope in those last moments he suffered.
Very Alice.
Very Alice.
Oh my God. Okay.
And at this point, she became one of my top characters.
Oh yeah. We love Alice. We love to hate her and hate to love her.
Exactly.
One of those characters. Next, let's see. We're cutting to Veronica and her mom, Hermione Lodge, stepping out of a fancy black car, saying something in French. What did they say? Pied à terre.
Pied à terre.
And they're entering a home which is called the Pembroke. The apartment is, quote unquote, small, and she warns Veronica to brace herself. Pied a terre means foot on the ground, and I guess it's just a secondary residence, usually for convenience when rich people are going to be staying in a different town a lot. Hermione mentions that this pied a terre is in her name and not Veronica's father's, which is significant in the future, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, they walk into the Pembroke, and it's like the fanciest thing I've ever seen. They're greeted by Smithers, which is their attendant.
I think so.
He has there's like a personal relationship there, but I'm honestly not sure what his official relationship is.
Yeah, it's like he could be a butler. He could be like, he's like a personal assistant, like type thing.
Or is he just like the concierge of the Pembroke?
Oh, maybe he just works there.
Maybe. Because I thought he was like basically their butler, but also I only ever see him on the bottom floor. And
you're right.
The Pembroke is an apartment complex. It's not just them that live there, right?
Oh, is it a complex?
I don't know, but didn't Josie stay there in the future?
Oh, maybe. Well, we're gonna have to solve that mystery.
Oh my god, get in the mystery van. Oh,
it might be a complex though.
It might be like for rich people.
Yes.
Like, one that only has like 4
it's like exclusive or something.
Yeah. But anyway, even if he is the concierge or whatever, there's a personal relationship there somewhere with Smithers. And we do love Smithers.
Yes.
We do love Smithers. He's a good character. But yeah, so these are the new mystery people in Riverdale.
Yeah, they showed up on the last day of summer.
They did show up on the last day of summer. Okay.
That's it. I just wanted to add that in.
No, I was like,
yeah.
It was after Jason had died.
Yeah, because I think Jughead says on the last day of summer, they're still talking about the Jason murder.
Uh-huh.
But a new mystery rolled into town.
He is the new mystery.
When they walk into the apartment,
mm-hmm.
Smithers and Hermione have a conversation because Smithers is like, hey, do you want me to order like takeout for you?
Yes.
And then Hermione is like, no, I want to get food from Pops specifically.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Veronica is so confused. She's like, what? Oh, wait. Hermione is like, oh, I want to eat at Pop's chocolate shop and get a burger.
Yeah.
And then Veronica's like, what? What is a chocolate shop? And why does it serve burgers?
Oh my god.
There is that weird line.
You're right. I remember that.
Yeah.
The disrespect on Pop's chocolate shop.
And she's just like, it's crazy that a chocolate shop would make burgers.
Which is kind of fair.
For
someone who doesn't know.
I guess so.
Also, chocolate shop is spelled CHOCK.
Yeah.
Apostrophe LIT.
Yes.
So that's not chocolate, right?
It is not.
It's just...
it's a word.
A different word. It's fine. It is what it is. They have chocolate milkshakes, so...
They do.
That's fine. Anyway, okay. Now, we're heading over to Betty's house. She is doing her hair while in a bra, and the camera pans over to Kevin, who is lying on his stomach on her bed with his feet kicked up. And they're gossiping a bit, talking about Betty's crush on Archie. She asks, well, if he likes me, why hasn't he said or done anything? And Kevin is saying Archie is swell, but essentially calls him dumb.
Yes. I don't know. Oh, because he's a millennial straight guy.
He is a millennial straight guy.
Yes.
That is why he's dumb. Just so you know.
Hand in hand.
It goes hand in hand, yes. Okay, then Kevin spies a shirtless Archie through Betty's window. Betty and Archie live next door, and Archie is changing in his room, by the way. Goodbye privacy. Kevin then exclaims, oh my god, Archie got hot. And now both Kevin and Betty are peeping on our shirtless Archie.
Fully gawking at him.
Fully gawking.
Like, mouth open.
Mouth open. I mean, their houses are not far away.
Stunned. Bewildered.
Shook.
Yeah.
Flabbergasted.
And Archie doesn't notice any of this.
And he does not notice. And yeah, in their defense, Archie is literally changing like in front of the window. directly in front, like standing against the glass almost.
Perfectly centered
Perfectly centered.
in that window.
And taking his sweet time. So can't really blame them.
Yeah. But also Archie could not see them because he was looking at his phone.
That's right. So basically the windows are directly across from each other. Not once did Archie look up to see Kevin and Betty staring at his shirtless body.
Yes.
So whose fault is it?
100.
And then we're introduced to one of the best elements of Riverdale, which is insane, ridiculous quotes. Rozel, would you like to do the honors on this one?
What did you?
You know the quote.
I do know the quote. As they are looking at Archie, Kevin exclaims, looking at his rippling abs, 6 more reasons for you to take that ginger bull by the horns tonight.
That's right. That's the quote.
Do you want to say it? Just if you could say it better.
Okay, let's see. Kevin says after seeing Archie has a 6-pack, 6 more reasons to take that ginger bull by the horns tonight.
And then I'll just put whatever one's better in there. Or I'll just keep both.
Or both. Maybe you need to hear it 2 times.
Yes.
Really let it sink in. Yeah, so wow. In this scene, they really want to make sure that you know, in all certainty, that Kevin is in fact gay.
Yes.
Just to make sure. They wanted to leave no room for error there.
No room for error, yeah. Kicking his feet in that room.
Kicking his feet. Betty's in her bra, gossiping about boys. I mean, they just wanted to double check, you know, that we're all on the same page here. So now we're going over to Pop's Diner, Pop's Chocolate Shop. Betty and Archie are hanging out at a booth just chatting away. Apparently, Betty was in an internship over the summer organizing a book release party for Toni Morrison. Toni Morrison is a novelist in real life, and she won a Nobel Prize in literature, which is amazing. And apparently in this universe had a book release party organized by Betty Cooper. Honestly, would you rather have a Nobel Prize or Betty Cooper organizing your party?
I mean, the answer is obvious.
Betty. Yeah.
Betty.
I mean, come on.
Okay, so for the Betty book release party, not only did she how's the way, like, did the book for Toni Morrison, but Toni Morrison talked to her as well.
Oh, yes.
Toni Morrison showed up to the book release party and told Betty, one summer could change everything.
Yes. And that was a very significant quote for Betty.
Yes. Oh, yeah. She was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, she really took it to heart. I hadn't actually heard of Toni Morrison before this.
Same.
I had to actually look her up. So, you know, the more you know. Miss Grundy. We have Riverdale playing as we're talking, and we are already so far behind. So much happens in this episode. Anyway, okay, so yes. So that's what Betty Cooper was doing over the summer. And then Archie tells her that he was working construction with his dad's company over the summer, and he started writing poetry. But it wasn't poetry. It was actually song lyrics. And now he wants to pursue music.
Yes, because he hates poems, according to Betty.
Yes. She was like, you hate poetry or something.
Yeah, even though he first said that they were poems.
He did say they were poems.
Yeah, and then he said no.
And he
lyrics.
Himself said no. No one said they were poems.
No.
It's fine. Kevin was right. Just so you know. So Betty finally starts asking Archie about their friendship or potential relationship, and immediately stupid Archie stops paying attention like 5 words in to oogle at Veronica wearing a black cloak who just walked into Pop's chocolate shop. Yes, a full black cloak in a small town diner in the middle of summer.
and in slow motion.
Also in slow motion.
And I think there's like a lens glare too as she walks in.
There is a lens glare.
So there's like a blinding light that occurs.
And we love the cloak look, of course. It doesn't belong.
It doesn't belong.
Which makes sense. That's her whole character, right? She's the new girl. She's exciting and different, whatever, right? Anyway, Veronica conveniently lands right in front of Archie and Betty's booth. And Archie has that dumb, love-struck face, and my heart breaks for Betty. We find out Veronica and her mom just moved from New York, and she will be attending Riverdale High with them tomorrow. All right, we get the next insane quote from Veronica. She asks if they're familiar with the works of Truman Capote. Archie nods, and Veronica says, I'm breakfast at Tiffany's, and this place is strictly in cold blood. Archie just explodes with laughter.
Loses
his mind. Betty looks at him like, what the heck are you laughing at?
Yeah, clocks him with a side eye.
Clocks him immediately with her side eye. Like, you did not understand a single thing Veronica said. Anyway, Archie invites Veronica to sit with them. Like, oh my God, read the room, Archie. Betty was literally just asking about your relationship. But Veronica needs to leave. Betty is obviously pissed.
Yes. And then Archie has the nerve to be like, so what were you saying?
Oh my God, he did.
Yeah. And then she was like, nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
But like the nerve, honestly.
After all that. Oh, were you saying something? Like, oh my God. Betty, you deserve better. So we do a quick cut to Archie at his house, about to leave for school. We meet his cute dog, Vegas, and then his dad, Fred. Fred is the most sane character in this entire show. We love him. Fred is asking if Archie is going to stop by the construction site later, but Archie says he has football tryouts. I think that is significant in the future.
Yeah.
So we cut back to Betty at her house, about to leave for school as well. We meet her mom, Alice Cooper, who said that horrible quote about Jason's death.
But it's been a whole like 8 minutes since then, so she is forgiven.
Yes, absolutely. We also don't know why she said that. So, got to give her the benefit of the doubt. But anyway, Alice is giving Betty a very strict speech about getting good grades, doing sports and extracurriculars, and maintaining a good character. It's obvious Betty has a lot of pressure placed on her. We get a hint of family drama. Betty apparently has a sister named Polly who was ruined by none other than bum-ba-da-bum, Jason Blossom. Dead man or teenager who just drowned.
He drowned, yeah.
Gasp. Then Alice foists some Adderall in Betty's hand and tells her to stay focused. Alice says Betty forgot to pick up her prescription, which to me implies that Betty does not want to take the prescription.
Yes. Oh, and also Alice was getting at Betty because she missed curfew last night by 7 minutes.
That's right. When she was talking about maintaining a good character, I think.
Yes.
She was or Polly, maybe she was talking about Polly. Like, oh, I don't want you to end up like Polly.
Yeah.
And Betty was like, I was out with Archie. You missed curfew by 7 minutes.
Yeah. And at that point, it's all downhill.
Yes. So that gives you a really good picture of Alice. We love her. We are finally at Riverdale High. Archie is reading some lyrics he wrote. We did pause and zoom in.
Yes.
A notable line was, quote unquote, time for the reckoning. Yeah, keep that one in mind.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm. It is time. Anyway, we enter Reggie number 1 and Moose. These are your typical football bros. They make a joke that Archie, quote unquote, tapped some cougar ass this summer.
Yes. And Reggie was like stunned
He was
that
stunned.
Archie got like muscles and then went through every single supplement as well.
Yes. What are you taking? This, that, yeah.
Yeah, maca root,
And
something.
Maca root, yeah. And Archie was basically like, oh, just good old fashioned, labor or whatever.
Yeah, I wrote down the tribulus treacherous, which is crazy. I looked it up though. It doesn't do anything for muscles. It's like a boost your sex drive though.
It's called tribulus treacherous, and
yes.
it boosts your sex drive.
Yeah.
And that's how he got muscles.
Apparently.
In Reggie's mind.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Anyway, we cut to Betty giving Veronica the tour of the school. Veronica drops another literary reference from the lost epilogue Our Town. Then Kevin cuts in and gives Veronica the rundown of what people do for fun in Riverdale.
Oh, also the first reference to a like fake brand is right here.
Oh,
as he's talking about the different things. One of them is a gay club called Innuendo.
Okay.
But one of the nights, I think it's Friday nights, they have tailgates at the Mall-Mart parking lot, which is one.
Fake name brand Mall-Mart.
And then Saturday's movie night at the Bijou. And then thank God for HBO on Sunday.
That's what I wrote. He did mention HBO.
Yes.
So that's our first obvious real product placement. Which we get lots of those.
Yes.
They're really fun. Veronica somehow, don't know how, but she surmises that Kevin is gay and says to him, "Let's be best friends." So Veronica is stealing Betty's love interest, Archie, and her best friend, Kevin. So,
yes,
we love Veronica, but in this moment,
things are not going well for Betty.
Things are not going well for Betty, and Betty is best. We love Betty. So Kevin asked Veronica if, quote, what they say about her dad is true. And she says, quote, that he's the devil incarnate. I stand by my father. Then another literary reference. Veronica says she is the Blue Jasmine of Riverdale High, which I did not look up.
Yes, I think it's something where, I don't know. Yeah, I think I looked it up, but I don't know now.
There's too many to keep up with, honestly.
Yeah, I think it had to do something with like an outcast thing or something.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it sounded like, some sort of, outcast. But she had to make it fancy, I guess.
She had to make it fancy.
All right, now we get to the first scene that makes me and Rozel here a little angry.
Yes.
You know which scene's coming up.
Oh, yeah. I know it.
So we cut to Archie approaching the auditorium stage where a band called the Pussycats is practicing. Keep in mind, they are called the Pussycats, and they wear cat ears as a way for people to identify that they are in a band called the Pussycats. Anyway, Archie asks... Archie asks the lead singer Josie if she could read his song lyrics and give him some advice. Josie then accuses him of staring at her pussycat ears, which she says is rude. But isn't the point of wearing something eye-catching to catch people's eyes? Whatever. Josie says they won a battle of the bands over the summer. And then they tell Archie to screw off, essentially.
Yes.
Was it over the summer or was it last summer or something? I forget what they said.
Yeah, it was like, it might have been last summer. It was like a little bit of time, I think. But what's so annoying about that? Let me just start into it. What's annoying about it is I get it if Archie was like, hey, I want you to play my songs.
Yeah.
Then it's like, yeah, Josie's like 100% in the right. That's like completely wrong to do.
Yeah.
But Archie just said, I want to ask you about some songs. And she's like, let me stop you there.
Yeah, she immediately turned him down. And it was a really simple request. Like he was just asking for advice.
Yeah, she's the music girl.
She's the music girl and they're in the same grade. Like it's not like she's a famous musician.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be kind of struggling.
Yeah,
also.
they're struggling. Or
So
supposed to be, but they won Battle of Bands.
yeah.
So it's like,
And I feel like you would want to help out your fellow musician. She's like, only I could be it.
only her.
Only
She's
her.
the only one allowed.
Yeah. And then it's weird. I mean, it's what you said already. It's just weird making the whole brand around being a pussycat and then getting mad about the single decision you made for your brand, which is to wear pussycat ears, and then get mad about it.
I know. And I feel like Archie had literally just entered the stage
Yes.
and like immediately asked the question when they looked at him. And I honestly don't recall him really staring at the ears.
No.
I think he glanced at them,
No.
but like she was being too much.
She was being too much.
Way
I
too
feel
much.
like maybe there is something cut that
Maybe
made her right. But yeah, this is not a good start for Josie so far.
it was a bad start. I like the band. I like the story arc or whatever for her, but they just made her very unlikable, at least in this season.
I do have
Oh,
one more thing to
yes.
add. She does have a good quote though.
Oh yeah, what is it?
She says, "Read my glossed lips, Justin Gingerlake. Not gonna happen."
She does say Justin Gingerlake.
Yeah, which is okay. I mean, it's a good quote.
It's a good one.
It's a good quote. It's a good quote. I'll give her points for that, even though the rest of the scene was crazy.
Yeah, we couldn't be on her side on that one. So we're back to Betty, Veronica, and Kevin. I think we're in the hallway. Veronica sees Archie. Yeah, Veronica sees Archie and grabs Betty's arm. And she says, "Oh my God, it's the hottie from last night." As if Betty wasn't there attempting to be on a date with Archie. Like it was very obviously a date. And Betty was annoyed.
Yeah.
So Veronica also cannot read a room. So Veronica calls Archie the red-headed Ansel Elgort and asks Betty to put in a word. And Veronica says she's tried every flavor of boy but orange.
Let that sit.
Yeah, let that one ferment a little bit. She has tried every flavor of boy but orange. Anyway, Kevin saves the day and says, although Betty and Archie are not dating yet, they are, quote, end game. You will hear that word many, many times.
Many a times.
Yes.
One thing I did like was when Kevin did say, "Oh, Betty and Archie are endgame." Veronica was just like, "Yeah, okay." Like she kind of was like cool with it.
Oh yeah. No, Veronica is pretty chill.
But I did want to talk about they were talking about semi-formal being canceled to Veronica because they're all like, "Oh, well, like something happened to Jason." And Veronica, this might not be important, but the line is very similar to the Pops line earlier where she's like, "Who is Jason and what happened to him?" Like she said it almost exactly the same of like, what is a chocolate shop and why does it serve burgers?
What
like,
is a Jason Blossom and how did he drown?
Yeah, it was literally like the same like cadence.
You're right. I remember that.
And I just thought that was so funny.
So they make their way to the cafeteria where Cheryl Blossom is hosting an assembly about the death of her brother. She announces that she asked the school board to go forward with the upcoming school dance despite the recent tragedy, and everyone is happy. Also, we find out that Cheryl and Jason are twins, and she calls him her soulmate. The energy in the Blossom family is a bit weird, but that is okay. So then we get a insane camera zoom in on Archie's face while, the auditorium is applauding. He is looking at the music teacher, Miss Grundy. She looks back at him. Then we get transported into a flashback of of Miss Grundy wearing red heart-shaped sunglasses, drinking a big-ass slushie from 7-Eleven, and driving a blue Beetle car, spots our 16-year-old Archie basically flashing his abs. She pulls up and asks what he's doing walking in the heat as if he's been walking for miles, but you can literally see Andrew's construction sign directly behind Archie.
Literally 5 steps away from the construction site.
Yes, he was right outside of work. She wastes no time. The flashback cuts to them doing very inappropriate things in her tiny little car in a parking lot next to a school bus. Did she bang a student in the school parking lot? Was that the best location? There is no good location.
There is no good location, but that might not be number one.
That's not number one. No. After the assembly, Archie runs up to Miss Grundy and uses her government-issued name, Geraldine.
Geraldine,
to get her attention. He wants to talk to her about music. She agrees to talk to him, and that ends that scene. Now we're cutting over to Hermione Lodge, which is Veronica's mom, and Fred Andrews, which is Archie's dad, talking at Fred's construction site. Hermione is asking for a job as the accountant for his company. So we get a little background. They apparently used to date, but she chose Hiram, who is Veronica's dad, over Fred. We learn that Fred is divorced from Archie's mom. I put Molly, but that is the actor's name. She's played by Molly Ringwald, but I think her name is
Mary.
So Mary.
She's in Chicago right now.
She's in Chicago. She's a great character. I will probably call her Molly accidentally many times.
It's too close.
We also find out that Veronica's dad is on trial for fraud and embezzlement, which makes Fred hesitant to hire her, which is fair. But also, I would like to cut back to when Kevin asked if what they say about her dad is true, and she said, quote, that he is the devil incarnate. And I would just like to ask the audience, if someone's on trial for fraud and embezzlement, does that make them the devil incarnate? No. I would think
that's
murder.
The worst thing to happen in Riverdale.
I know, like, really.
And embezzlement.
Really? Is that really the worst thing someone can do?
Do they know what show they're on?
Yeah, exactly. Just wait, Veronica. Just you wait. We cut back to Riverdale High School again. Veronica has her cafeteria lunch in hand, and she is looking for a place to sit. In the background, a out-of-place song is playing. Very, very random song. Doesn't fit the vibes at all. So Veronica spots Betty, Kevin, and Archie sitting together and joins them. The song that was playing is actually Archie's song that he was showing to his friends.
Kevin said, I thought we might have to pretend to like it, but it's actually really good. And then I know Betty and Veronica say it's great and incredible.
So,
he's actually a good musician.
So he's a good musician. And the song, while it was out of place for that scene, it was pretty good.
It was a pretty good song.
Yeah, he did good. Oh, yes. So after showing the song to his friends, Archie says he needs to go to football practice, and we are introduced to another element of Riverdale, which is the Archie does everything part of Riverdale.
Yes. Oh, Archie. Yeah, because Archie in this small 20-second window talked about football, music, and did he talk about the construction thing? Maybe not. But Veronica was so impressed. She's like, what doesn't he do?
Yes.
Which honestly is the most true thing you could say about Archie.
Yes, he's a busy guy.
He is a busy guy.
He's also having relations with a teacher.
Yeah, so he's got everything.
He's got a lot going on.
His schedule is packed.
Not a single day is empty on his calendar. Okay, yes. So next we get a great scene. Cheryl Blossom comes walking up to their table, and Kevin says an insane quote. Cheryl says multiple insane quotes. I didn't write them down because there's too many. Do you have them written down?
I do have them written down.
So
Yeah, so as Cheryl's walking over, Veronica is like, oh, like, I don't want to be a narcissist, but like, and then Kevin was like, oh, you thought everyone would be talking about you? Well, no, this year it's about Cheryl. She's going for the Best Supporting Psycho Oscar for Riverdale High's Bereaved Red Widow.
Again, a weird incest.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. And then literally Betty's like, don't talk about Archie as Cheryl's coming over.
Yeah.
Oh, and when Cheryl comes over, Betty's like not even in the middle of the table. She's like on her side.
Yeah.
But then Cheryl still says, Betty, would you mind? And still makes Betty like move over on there.
So say that quote again. When what does Kevin say about Cheryl?
Yes, that she's going for the Best Supporting Psycho Oscar for Riverdale High's Bereaved Red Widow.
Bereaved Red Widow. Because she has red hair.
Yes.
And her brother died. So that makes her a widow. So yeah, we're getting that
casual conversation.
Very casual. Yeah. Okay, so Cheryl is the captain of the cheer team and is inviting Veronica to try out. We learned Veronica used to be in cheerleading and she accepts the invitation and also includes Betty. Cheryl then calls Betty fat. Oh, I didn't write any of this down because there's too much going on. Okay, so we learned Veronica used to be in cheerleading and she accepts the invitation and also includes Betty.
Yes. And then Cheryl looks over at Betty and she's like, oh yeah, anyone's welcome to join or anyone's welcome to sign up, right? But it looks like Betty's already got so much on her plate, looks down right now.
Oh yes, she side-eyed Betty's lunch plate, which had on it
a muffin, a salad, and a mini water.
And an apple. That Betty did not eat.
No. The apple was not eaten.
Untouched.
Yeah, and it was like a normal size salad.
And just a basic salad.
Yeah.
Also untouched.
Yeah. But she's humongous, apparently. By Riverdale standards.
Apparently. And then Cheryl drops her Twitter handle.
Yes.
So we also have Twitter in this universe.
At Cheryl Bombshell.
Cheryl Bombshell.
Yes.
That's the Twitter handle. All right.
And what do you have next? Sorry.
I just have written season 5 Betty Draper with nothing else.
Yes. Okay, so Cheryl goes and walks away, right? Because the conversation went great, obviously. And then they're talking to each other because it's like, oh yeah, like Cheryl called Betty too fat last year. That's why she didn't get into cheerleading. And then Kevin's like, oh yeah, this quote's iconic. Said she looks too season 5 Betty Draper.
Oh my God.
But he's like, but it's not true. I swear it's not true. Even he laughs at it and then he's like, it's not true though.
What show is that from?
I do not know.
I think we looked it up a little bit, and I guess Betty Draper the character had gained some weight in season 5.
I think she wore like a fat suit or something.
Okay. Yeah, so basically Cheryl keeps calling Betty fat. For those who have not seen Riverdale and are basing your opinions of it on this podcast, Betty is not fat.
No, not in the slightest.
Like, yeah, not even a little bit.
These are the literally most in shape people you have ever seen. Like picturesque town. Like,
yes,
something's in the water.
Yeah, like
whatever water they're drinking is crazy.
Sweet water.
The sweet water.
Corpse water. Oh no. So let's see. Okay. So we cut to the music teacher, Miss Grundy, listening to Archie's music, and Archie is asking for music lessons from her. She thinks it's a bad idea, which makes sense. But then the plot thickens. Apparently, Archie and Miss Grundy heard a gunshot early morning on July 4th. while they were doing inappropriate things on the
Oh my
forest floor.
goodness. So scandalous.
This, remember, is the day Jason Blossom drowned. They did not tell anyone what they heard because Grundy doesn't want people to connect the dots that they were together. Gasp, gasp, gasp.
And she tried to gaslight Archie and was like, it's a firework.
And
Yes.
Archie was like, who shoots out fireworks at 7 a.m. or whatever?
Yeah. Oh,
time it
6.
Oh, 6?
Yeah, 6 in the morning.
Okay, they were up very early.
Very
to
early.
do their inappropriate things.
But at the same time, it is 4th of July. And people
Yes.
are blasting fireworks all the time.
Yes, at least in our experience, being from like California and like other big cities, yeah, people start shooting off fireworks like a week before 4th of July and through the week after, all hours of the day.
Exactly. So like honestly, it's believable.
It's believable.
But in a town like Riverdale, where it's a quiet town, where nothing happens, there's no fireworks going off in this quiet town.
No, not in this town.
Not one single firework. And
Alice would never allow it.
Would never. Yeah. She would be writing an article trying to shut down whoever did it. Look.
Yes.
Yeah. It's crazy. So yeah. You can only do fireworks when fireworks are needed.
Yeah. What would she probably say? Like 4 p.m.
Yeah.
July 4th through like 10 p.m.
Yes.
That's the only appropriate time.
That's the only appropriate time.
And she will arrest you.
Exactly.
If you don't do
She
that.
will call the sheriff. Well, actually, no. She herself, yes.
She herself will do a citizen's arrest.
Exactly.
It's great. All right. We are now at the cheerleading tryouts. Cheryl is not wowed by Veronica and Betty. So Veronica pulls out a stunt and kisses Betty. But Cheryl was unmoved.
Yes. She might even have gotten a little homophobic in that moment.
She was a little bit homophobic.
There was disgust in that face.
There was, which is, coming from someone with incest vibes is a choice.
Yes.
All right. So Cheryl reveals that Betty's sister had a nervous breakdown because of Jason and now lives in a group home. This would be Polly, Betty's sister Polly. Cheryl accepts Veronica on the cheerleading team, but not Betty. So Veronica lays into Cheryl, gives a very dramatic speech where we hear for the second time, what is it? The time for reckoning or something?
Yes. Oh, yeah. She says, oh, yeah, like this entitlement you have, it's going to end soon. And she says, eventually there will be a reckoning. Or maybe that reckoning is now. And maybe that reckoning is me. And then she said, you wanted fire? Sorry, Cheryl. My specialty is ice.
All right, so we have Cheryl, the fire queen.
Yes.
And Veronica, the ice queen.
Exactly.
And now let's think back to Archie's song lyrics when he wrote about the time of reckoning.
Yes.
So there's a reckoning happening.
There is.
And apparently it's
Veronica.
Anyway, so yeah, after that dramatic speech, she does secure Betty's place on the cheerleading squad. Hooray for Betty. Now we're cutting to Archie's football tryouts. These teenagers are very active. The coach gives Archie Jason's old jersey number. Jason was in varsity football, so it would be a bigger commitment for Archie. Archie says he might not have time because he is working with his dad. But remember, Archie told his dad he could not work because of football. We cut to Veronica and Betty in the locker rooms trying on their cheerleading outfits.
After they put on their cheerleading outfits, actually, Veronica says to Betty, very Betty Draper season 1.
Oh, yes. We get another callback to Betty Draper, but now Betty is Betty Draper season 1, which I guess is when
she's
she was
beautiful
skinny.
and skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I just wanted to add that in.
No. I remember that. Yeah. Veronica and Betty are walking around the track, around the football field, and Veronica tells Betty that she used to be like Cheryl, but she's trying to be a better person now. Betty tells Veronica that Jason and Polly's relationship was toxic, but it was her mom disowning Polly that threw her over the edge. So we are getting some backstory on the Polly situation, which we will learn more about in the future.
Yeah. And mothers sometimes make mistakes.
Yes, you can't hold everything against Alice.
It's gonna just be the Alice Defend podcast.
We don't know the full story.
We don't know the full story.
So let's see. Veronica spots Archie and calls him over, then forces Betty to invite Archie to the dance. Betty does, but also invites along Veronica. Veronica calls him Archiekins for the first time, which we will hear a lot.
Yes. So when Betty asks Archie to go with Betty and Veronica, Archie's going to back out for a second.
Yes.
Actually, he's like, I'm not in the headspace for this. And then Veronica's like, totally unacceptable. Stop being a tortured musical genius for one night and take 2 newly minted river vixens. And then she's like, oh, I'll text you the time and place. So she was like, no, Betty's going to get that date.
Yes, and we do love Veronica for that. There was a rough start, but Veronica at this point is a girl's girl.
Yeah.
And we're liking her more.
Yeah. She has good intentions.
She has good intentions. And she's trying to do good for Betty. So yes, we cut to Betty now at her house in her bedroom. And we get a rare scene of Betty being happy.
Yes.
Yes. She's dancing in her room while wearing her cheerleading outfit. And then in comes Alice. Alice is she starts at 100 every time you see her. She tells Betty to take the uniform off and quit.
Yes.
The cheerleading team.
Well, not just the cheerleading team. Cheryl Blossom's cheerleading squad.
Yes. It's because of Cheryl, whose brother
was with Polly.
So Betty fights back. Go Betty.
Yeah.
And tells her mom that she's also going to the dance with Archie and Veronica. And I believe Alice talks crap on Veronica as well in this scene.
Yeah. It's like Archie and Veronica. And then she's okay with Archie because she said no to Archie at the starting. But then when she mentions Veronica, Alice is like, wait, Hermione Lodge's daughter? And it's like, do you have the quote for it or no?
No.
Okay. It's like, then she goes, oh, shoot. She goes, girls like Cheryl and Veronica, they don't like girls like us.
Oh my God.
But Betty is determined to go to that dance.
She's determined. Yeah. She shuts Alice down.
Yes.
That shuts her down.
She's literally said, I'm done being the perfect daughter, sister, student. She's letting herself have this dance.
Yes. And we love that. We love the character development 20 minutes into the first episode of the show.
Yes.
We are back at the Pembroke, Veronica's house. A mysterious package has arrived. Hermione opens it, and it was just a bunch of cash, presumably from her husband, Hiram. And she says something like, oh, Hiram, what have you done?
Yes.
That was all for that scene. This episode, honestly, I don't remember every episode of the show. But this episode for sure has a lot of cuts. We are bouncing around everywhere. Every 30 seconds.
Every character is the main character in this episode.
Is kind of true.
Yeah.
There's not really a main character. Anyway, so now we are back to Archie and his dad, Fred. Fred calls out Archie on his lie about football/working. Because remember, Archie told his dad he couldn't work because of football.
Yeah, the coach just called him.
Yes. So the football coach called Fred and, told Fred, hey, Archie said he can't do football because he's, working at your construction company too much. But Archie had just literally earlier that day told his dad that he can't do the construction company work because of football. So Fred is confused, and Archie tells him the truth that Archie wants to pursue music and kind of wants nothing to do with the construction company anymore.
Right after that, he says, I've changed. Everything's changed. And then he says, this summer. And then it pauses. And then he's like, that's it? This summer?
Yes.
Or whatever.
Like Fred is like, well, what happened?
Yeah.
And Archie. So Archie's kind of in his edgy, mysterious phase.
Mm-hmm.
It's changing. Everything is changing. He's having sex with a teacher.
Yes.
And he has way too much going on. But he can't tell his dad that. So we get a little wisdom drop from the best dad, Fred. Fred says he doesn't care if Archie plays football or works for him. He said Archie should just be confident enough in what he's doing that he doesn't need to lie. So Fred is supporting Archie's pursuit of music.
Which is great.
Yeah. We're
so
happy.
Like literally in the span of like just understanding instantly, that is who Fred is.
Yes. So he is like the antithesis to Alice,
basically.
Oh man, all right. Now we're getting to some fun stuff. We're cutting to the school dance. There are banners, huge banners with Jason Blossom's picture on them.
Huge.
It's like uncomfortably large.
Yes. But you're supposed to be enjoying this dance, but then you have a dead student, multiple poster. Like there's like 4.
It's everywhere.
Or 5. Like they're like large.
Yes. Very uncomfortable, I think. But no one seemed to care.
They're still partying.
Yeah, everyone's just partying and having fun. Oh, Veronica says something. I don't even know what she means by this, but she says something about this being a post James Franco world.
Oh, yeah. Oh, because I think Betty starts asking, she asks Archie something about like school, or one of the things is either the jock or something, and then she's like, and then she goes on like this whole tangent where it's like jocks this that. It's like, can't people just be everything? And then she says, oh yeah, in this post James Franco world.
You know what she means by that?
No idea.
Okay.
It's a crazy line.
Because I think James Franco's an actor.
He is an actor.
And he does comedy.
Right? Apparently he does everything.
Oh, is that what it is?
Maybe.
I have no idea. Okay. Moving on. Listeners, if you have any idea what she meant, please let us know. Please clear this up for us. So let's see. Archie and Betty start to dance.
Oh, something funny actually happens right before that, though, because Veronica is like, oh, like, let me give Betty like her moment with Archie. So she goes and she's like, I'm going to go get punched. And then she turns to Betty, holds her hand up to her face. Both of them in plain sight. And then she's like, you got this. Like as loud as she could. Whispered it, like whisper yelled.
Archie is right there.
But
he is pretty dumb.
He is. So he didn't hear it or see it.
I don't think so. So now we have Archie and Betty dancing. But Archie again immediately ignores Betty and runs off to talk to another woman. Instead of Veronica this time, it is, of course, Miss Grundy.
Who is at every school function.
Just every school function. She's always there.
She's there.
And it just seems inappropriate.
It does.
Given her,
And she knows Archie is probably going to be there. So why? Of course. Like, why would the student not be there? So, like, is there any other staff that could possibly be at this dance that's not her?
I know.
But no, Riverdale High has like 2 teachers tops at this moment.
Yes. Maybe 2. So Kevin now runs up to Betty to tell her that Moose, and remember, Moose was one of the typical jock bros, football friend of Archie's. So apparently, Moose propositioned Kevin in the bathroom. Is Moose also gay?
What?
Dun dun dun. Anyways, Archie is blackmailing Miss Grundy now, saying she needs to give him music lessons or else he will tell people about what they heard on July 4th. She does agree after the blackmail.
Yes.
So good for you, Archie. He
He's
made a smart choice.
Yeah, he's getting his music tutoring.
Yes, he could do worse.
Exactly.
He's just saying like, I need music lessons. Good for him. Now we have Cheryl introducing Josie and the Pussycats to the stage to perform, and I quote, a song that played during the conception of Cheryl and Jason.
Yes. And the song is like all through the night. I think that's
all through the night.
That's what repeats multiple times. So I'm just going to say that's the title.
Yeah. So great.
And it's crazy because apparently Josie and the Pussycats do not play covers.
Oh yeah, she said normally they don't play covers, but tonight they're doing this because they were conceived.
Yes.
With this song. Fabulous. Cheryl also gets whatever she wants. Kind of.
Yeah, she also made herself I think she said she made herself de facto queen also.
Yes.
So
it was kind of her school dance.
It is.
And everyone had to be grateful for it. Anyway, so Betty finally gets to talk to Archie and tells him that she wants to be a couple.
Yeah.
A power couple, I think, in fact.
A power couple, yes, because she's a river vixen and he just got on varsity.
Oh, right. Yes. So she's a river vixen. He's on varsity. It's the perfect, typical high school match.
Yeah. And there's a funny little scene too, because right before she asks him out, she looks and Veronica and Kevin are dancing together and they both like, do it.
Oh,
do
yes.
it. Which is really silly.
That was cute. Anyway, Archie turns her down. How dare he?
Yes. And by turning her down, he just doesn't respond. Like, he doesn't even turn her down. He just doesn't respond to her.
You're right. But Betty's smart, so she knows what that means. He is just so dumb.
So dumb.
So dumb. Cheryl's evil eagle eye spots the tension between Betty and Archie from across the room and tells her cronies, who I don't think we ever really meet again, to make sure Betty and Archie are at her after party.
Yes, and she's ready to cause a little chaos.
Chaos, yes. So now we are at Cheryl's after party. Everyone is playing Spin the Bottle.
Archie gets forced into it, actually.
Yes, Archie is
forced. It's actually 7 minutes in heaven.
It's Spin the Bottle, but whoever gets chosen goes to 7 minutes of heaven.
Oh, okay. They're separate. Or it's like...
It's the Spin the Bottle is used to choose who's going to do it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, Archie gets forced to play. Like, he doesn't have a choice.
No.
She's like, Archie, who's gonna 7 minutes in heaven with Archie?
Yes, it was forced upon him. So the bottle, which is a cherry soda bottle, which cherry is Cheryl's brand
signature,
I believe.
Yeah, she was wearing the brooch earlier at the lunch table.
Oh yes. So the cherry soda bottle spins, and of course, as Cheryl intended, the bottle points from Archie to Veronica. I believe it kind of points right in between Betty and Veronica.
I think so. It's not perfectly on it.
No.
On either one of them.
But I think she kind of Cheryl takes it upon herself to say it was Veronica, and now Veronica and Archie have to play 7 minutes in heaven.
Yes.
Veronica did refuse at first, but Cheryl said she would take Veronica's place if she didn't go. Veronica decided it would make Betty feel better if Veronica went ahead with it. And I vehemently disagree with that judgment. Betty is obviously uncomfortable. There's a little bit of a history already with like Betty knowing Archie was interested in Veronica, so there's that like a little bit of tension.
Yeah, and Veronica did show interest in Archie as well. She asked like a few times, yeah.
Yeah, she has shown interest.
It's a little awkward.
And like there's no relationship at all between Archie and Cheryl. So if Cheryl went in the closet with Archie, I don't even think Betty would care.
Yeah.
Because it's like Archie doesn't like Cheryl and Cheryl doesn't like Archie.
Yeah, and Veronica probably could have like talked her, talk sense into her, probably. Not talk sense, but like comforted her. I think that's the right way to say it.
Well, it's like Betty and Cheryl aren't friends.
Yeah.
But Betty and Veronica are. So Veronica, that decision I didn't agree with. And I was right to disagree with it. So Veronica and Archie start off pretty decent in the closet.
Oh, also too, though, right when they do enter the closet, Veronica calls Cheryl the Antichrist, I think. Yes.
So Cheryl is the Antichrist and her father is the devil incarnate.
Yeah, but he's not. So apparently doing this is worse than fraud and embezzlement.
Yes, because the Antichrist... Is the Antichrist worse than the devil incarnate?
Well, she didn't
call her dad the devil incarnate.
Yeah, she said he wasn't.
Right.
So technically fraud and embezzlement is worse. Or is less worse, actually.
So in Veronica's mind, being a bitch is in fact worse.
Yes.
Than fraud and embezzlement. But fraud and embezzlement is not as bad in real life as being a devil. So I think, in Riverdale, it's a little bit warped. So Veronica and Archie start off pretty decent in the closet, but then Veronica asks if he loves Betty. He says no. Boo. And then she starts flirting with him. Veronica. And then he flirts back. Archie. My God.
Yeah. And there has to be like some sort of magnetic pull that's happening in this closet because they just like can't help themselves between every single question, slowly walking closer and closer to each other.
Yes.
Because there's no way to stop yourself from doing that.
No way.
When you're in a closet.
You can't just
stand still. Like it's just not possible.
It's impossible.
In the Cheryl Blossom closet.
So oh my God. Their faces are like an inch away from each other at this point.
An inch.
And it's so gross because it's like you're talking to each other. Can't you just like the POV
of
crazy. Being either of them is just like you're right up against their face.
The warping that has to happen on each person's face.
They cannot be look crazy. Good.
No, it's not possible.
And the hot breath is hitting their face.
Oh yeah, they're breathing heavily. Every single step. Like
it's just wrong. Anyway, so while they are an inch away from each other, literally, they say, "We shouldn't do this." And in the same breath, they start making out.
Yeah. Also, too, like during that time, she goes like, "Ask me a question." Like it has the most H on it. She's like, "Ask me a question, Archie.
It's very breathy.
Ask me anything you want." But it's like the most like, yeah, they're
H forward.
Like you could feel the breath that's in that room. It's that strong.
Yes. Very uncomfortable for the viewers. When they leave the closet, surprise, surprise, Betty is gone. So Veronica and Archie split up to find Betty. I think Veronica yells at Cheryl.
Yeah.
But it's like, girl, you did this.
Yes, true. Like they could have been in that closet. We talked about this, but they both could have been in that closet on their phones.
They could have.
That's all they didn't have to slowly walk towards each other
or kiss or ask weird questions.
No, the kiss was essential. Like it had to happen. But no, probably the whole time Cheryl was like just like, I don't know, making Betty spiral the whole entire time.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Like, she was probably doing that because, yeah, no, she said Betty spiraled and like fled away.
She did say that. Oh, Betty spiraled and fled.
Yeah.
So you're probably right. Cheryl probably said some things to Betty that made her feel bad.
Mm-hmm. And then something that's crazy though is they went to go start looking for Betty, right? But then like it was like, yeah, let's look for her together. Also there's no proof that they kissed though in that closet.
No.
Like Betty just fled. Like we know that they kissed. Like no one else in the world knows that they kissed in this world. But like but for some reason Veronica is like, no, like the worst thing that could happen right now is me and you are both looking for Betty. She would hate that.
You're right.
And it's like, is that really bad that they're both looking for Betty? Like,
No.
it's not that they're a couple. It's just literally they're both looking for their friend.
And Betty doesn't know that they kissed.
And Betty doesn't know that they kissed.
So it probably wouldn't be a big deal.
So like, why all of a sudden it's like illegal?
It's because Veronica feels guilty.
Yeah,
as she should. So we cut to Veronica at home feeling very, very guilty. I think she lays her head on her mom's lap.
Yes. She says she's super tired.
Right. Which is one way to put it, I guess. And then we cut to Pops. Jughead is narrating.
Archie walks into Pops. Archie's like slow walking into Pops.
Mm-hmm, kind of like Veronica walked in.
Yeah, kind of like Veronica walked in. And Jughead says, you want to say it?
So yes, when Archie came in, Jughead said in his narration voice, he was looking for the girl next door. Instead, he found me.
And it was a little flirtatious.
It was a little flirtatious.
He was a little happy that was happening.
There was implications. Okay.
Yeah. And there's this weird kind of tension in the way he said it.
There was tension. There was tension. There was implication. There was flirtation. So Archie approaches Jughead, and we discover that Jughead is working on a novel about what happened over summer. And then guess what? We find out that Jason not only was on the football team, but he was also the captain of the water polo team named the Aquaholics.
Yeah. And this happened because Archie was asking how Jason will be remembered. And then Jughead's like, the water polo team, the Aquaholics? Considering how he died, probably not.
Which is so funny that they added that in. Like they didn't need to.
They didn't.
He didn't need to also be on the water polo team. And it's like, so he drowned?
Yes.
Getting a glove, even though he's obviously a good swimmer.
Yeah. But also too, what does this guy's school schedule look like? He's solo holding up the like athletics at this school.
How can you be like, was he a football captain too?
I don't know if he was the captain, but he was on varsity.
Yeah, how can you?
Which is like the top one, right?
Like that, yeah.
So it's like that and water polo. Like he like, did he even do homework at that point? Like,
well, you know, there's that trope of like if the students are really good at a sport, the
teachers
they get away with that.
Get
it, yeah,
maybe, yeah,
maybe in small towns. I never really saw that,
but I can't imagine someone being on two sports at the same time. I mean, a captain of one.
No,
like that's what's crazy is he's the captain and he also had to play football.
Yeah, that's too much. So Archie tells Jughead he's afraid he lost his best friend tonight, meaning Betty. Jughead says, just talk to her. It'll go a long way. It would have gone a long way with me. And to us in this house.
In this house. In this room.
In this room. That implies that Jughead and Archie had romantic interest. And you cannot change our opinion.
You cannot change it. No. I mean, literally, Jughead just said, he said it. Like, how could you not be more clear?
It was perfectly clear, crystal clear, 100%.
Like, I could see it for if it's shot across the world, I would still see it. It's that clear.
Yes. Archie, I guess, leaves Pops, takes Jughead's advice, and goes to find Betty. Archie finds a crying Betty at her house. Archie tells Betty that he loves her and that she's perfect and that he's not good enough for her, but basically he doesn't love her in that way. And let me just say, he says he's not good enough for her,
And he'll never be good enough for her.
and he'll never be good enough for her. But he did kiss Veronica, which to me implies that he does think he's good enough for Veronica,
Yeah,
which means he places Betty higher
it
than
does.
Veronica, technically.
But also, like, screw Betty's happiness.
Yeah, also that.
Because it's like, I mean, it doesn't matter if you think you're better. I mean, if you think you're worse, what'll make Betty happy?
Yeah. And
Also,
also, like, okay, then go better yourself.
yeah.
If Betty's perfect and you love her and all this stuff, then like go be a better person.
Yeah. And literally, Betty was like oogling over his music too. So it's like, he did impress her
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. But no, he's having relations with a teacher and now Veronica. And apparently Jughead the past.
In the past.
So yeah, you know, Betty's heartbroken. Oh, what did Jughead say?
Oh, yeah. So after that, after he says she's too perfect, they're like, I think they're like walking away, or he's standing there, he's like walking away from Betty's house, and then Jughead has this amazing narration where it's like, and so it wasn't one heart that broke that night, it was two.
Which
Which
to us in this house.
which obviously is when, one, he visited Jughead,
Yeah.
and two, Betty.
Yeah. Jughead's heart broke and Betty's heart broke over the same man. And I will never be convinced that Jughead meant Archie's heart and
Yeah.
Betty's heart. No.
Exactly. Would never mean that.
Archie dumped Jughead and Betty.
Exactly.
Our opinions on Archie are complicated.
They're complicated. I don't know how else to describe it besides that, though.
He's like, he angers you, but he's also so dumb.
That it's like, it's hard to not, like, it's hard to be angry at him because, like, you know, he's like trying to do his best,
Yes.
but a lot of it is the wrong choice or whatever.
Yeah, which I think is pretty relatable, especially seeing that he's 16.
Yeah.
And I feel like he has good intentions. He gets caught up in things, but like he's not a mean person. I can't say the same thing in this moment for Veronica because Veronica is smart, you know,
Yeah. She has
and
more brain cells.
She has more brain cells, and she made the choice to get in that closet and kiss Archie.
She did. I get most of her other actions though, like this episode.
Yes, that was the kiss was the only thing that made me mad.
Yeah, because most of the stuff is she said stuff, people set boundaries, and she's like, okay, I'm cool with that,
And that was fine.
or whatever.
She's new. She doesn't know yet.
Yeah, and she's still learning stuff.
Yeah, so that was fine.
But like, I don't know. I mean, like the thing is, maybe if Archie's shirt was off,
Well, you can't blame her.
you can't blame her at that point. But it was fully on, and somehow they had to keep asking deep, probing questions.
That was such a gross line.
Which is crazy. They could have just like smack talked Cheryl the whole time. Like they could have done anything. It was 7 minutes. Like you couldn't.
I think it was also fine that Veronica asked Archie if Archie loved Betty.
Yeah.
And Archie asked, "Are you asking for Betty or are you asking for you?" And you know, it's fine either way if she was asking for Betty or for herself.
Yeah.
What she should have done is taken that answer and talked to Betty first and had them sort out their stuff before pursuing a relationship with Archie.
Yeah. But there's never enough time in Riverdale.
There's
Things
not.
happen fast.
Very fast moving. Yes.
So there's no time to like sit down and ask someone else a question. It's just
No.
action. You need to do an action, do an action, do an action, do an action.
Do it now and deal with the consequences later.
Exactly.
So yeah, that was the only thing I legitimately didn't like about Veronica in that episode. But anyway, so for the end scene of this episode, we cut to Kevin and Moose at the river's edge. Moose says, "By the way, I'm not gay." And then says he wants to do everything but kiss.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, because Kevin's like, well, if you were gay, what would you want to do?
And then he says, everything but kiss. But remember, everyone, he's not gay.
He's not gay. Not the slightest.
Nope. And I think Kevin says, ha ha ha, I love a good closet case.
He does. Yeah, he does say that. Oh my God.
So anyway, Moose and Kevin are being kind of silly, kind of flirty.
Yeah.
Then Kevin trips over something, and as they look down, they see the corpse of Jason Blossom, and he has a bullet wound in his head. So that was the end of the episode. It started with, Jason died by drowning, and it ended with maybe not. And there was a whole bunch in between.
Yes. Oh, and we end with a great quote from Jughead.
What is it?
Do you have the quote or
I
no?
don't.
Okay. Jughead says, "The world around us has changed, maybe forever. That Riverdale wasn't the same town that it was before. That this was a town of shadows and secrets." And then we get like a little cliffhanger where it's like Jason's autopsy happened Monday, and Tuesday the first arrest would be made. And then it cuts, it cuts to the end where they're taking Jason's body out of the river.
Yes.
And they're all kind of standing in the same position when Cheryl was there at the starting of the episode. And I looked it up and I was like, is that was it like a weird cut thing? But it wasn't. But like they were all literally standing in the same position. And Jughead was doing the same thing where he's like walking away really weird. Also, like, so that's how they stand next to the river.
That's just how they stand next to the river.
That's just how they stand next to the river.
Wasn't the opening scene for that episode the same scene though?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It was the same. They were literally all standing in the same spot. But no, I checked, they're wearing different clothes.
Oh, they were wearing different clothes?
Yeah. So they just set them up in the same scene. Like they probably filmed both of the scenes at the same time and then just had them switch clothes and then restand in the same positions.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But no, I checked because I was like, wait, let me see if it is just like a rethink. But no, they literally all just stood at the same spot, which is kind of funny.
It is kind of funny. So we have a murder mystery now.
Yes. What really did happen to Jason?
What happened to Jason Blossom? What happened to Polly? What happened to Veronica's dad?
Who's going to get arrested?
Who's getting arrested? What happened between Jughead and Archie?
Will Betty make it home in time before curfew?
No. Yeah, so this episode 1, is a very rapid fire episode where they packed in as much as possible, gave as much as possible, and did as many scene changes as possible. I think if you're watching episode 1, this is a good standard for what Riverdale is.
Yes.
There's going to be a lot. It's really fun to watch, really fun to talk about, really dumb. But, honestly, it's a good show.
It's constantly giving. And if there's a scene you don't like, it's over in 2 minutes. And there's the next scene. It might even be less. It might even be like 20 seconds.
And you just forget about it.
Exactly.
Block it from your memory and move on,
I loved the first episode. It was great. It set a good tone.
Set a good tone.
I don't know. It was great. Archie kind of sucks. He already is kind of sucking. We'll never listen to Betty.
I have my recap, which is Jughead is a loner and a writer. Veronica is rich, well-versed in literature, stylish, and kind of a bitch. Betty is nice, smart, accomplished. She has family drama, toxic mom, way too many expectations, and too good for everyone. Archie, dumb, abs. Carol, evil, witty, loves her brother too much, angry. Hermione, drinks wine. Alice, toxic. Fred, the only normal character. Josie, the worst. Kevin, gay. Moose, gay but less. Jason, dead.
Officially.
Officially. And that sums up episode 1, season 1 of Riverdale. Well, we are hitting the hour or 2-hour mark here.
We're hitting a mark of some time. It's just gonna be like a robot voice. I'll have you do it after. Like I'll have like, oh, we're hitting
Do the
it.
robot voice. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, we are hitting the
1 hour and 20 minutes.
mark here. But before we wrap it up, let's share what our favorite quote of the episode was.
You want me to go first?
Sure.
Okay. Well, are we gonna kind of pick the same quote or
What's yours?
One of my favorite quotes, I just need to say it really quick, is one of them is when Cheryl was unimpressed and she was like, "Where's the heat? Where's the sizzle?" That's a great one. But my favorite one is, of course, when Cheryl looks at Betty's plate and she's like, "Of course, anyone's welcome to try out, but Betty's already got," looks down, "so much on her plate right now." I think that has to be my favorite one, though. What about you?
I hate it. I hate it so much. So favorite is a weird word, but I will say the most iconic or memorable quote was Veronica's quote. "I've tried every flavor of boy but orange."
That is a good one. That is a good one.
It's a disgusting quote, but it sticks in my mind.
Yeah. The other one I put for honorable mention was the Jughead that just talked to her, it'd go a long way.
That one's good.
Would have went a long way with me.
Yes.
Like it's great. Like it's not crazy, but it's just there's so much weird tension in the way he says it.
You're right. I think probably my actual favorite quote was when Archie walked into the diner and Jughead said he was looking for the girl next door, but instead he found me.
I love that one too. Yeah,
that one's so good. There's just too many good quotes.
I know.
Those are very memorable ones for me.
Ooh, it's tough. Yeah. It's going to be really tough going forward, though, too. There's just so many good actual quotes in the thing.
I think we should write down our favorite quotes of the episode and then at the end of the season, pick our favorite quote of the season.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we'll have to also rank the episodes, rank the characters per season.
Sure.
There's going to be a lot.
There is a lot. We got our work cut out for us.
We do. And we are going to have some like counters. Like, well, we can't tell you yet. Maybe an end game counter. Because they do say end game
a lot.
But there will be more.
Yes. As stuff emerges.
Yes.
We will see it.
But let's see. We would love to hear what your favorite quote of the episode was, as well as any other comments or questions or additions you might have. So if you can, head over to the YouTube comment section and let us know. If you're interested in commercial-free listening, bonus content, or if you just want to send some support our way, please check us out on Patreon. You can find us on Spotify, YouTube, and Patreon, all under Riverdale and Back Again. We will be uploading the next episode on some day, so make sure to follow or subscribe so you don't miss it. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and we're looking forward to hearing from you. Until next time.